I never expected her call to come on a Tuesday night, the kind of night where life feels ordinary. Microwave dinner, half-watched Netflix, my phone face down on the table like it couldn't hurt me. I had just sent a goodnight text to Lena, my new girlfriend. 3 months together, stable, calm, no drama. Then my phone vibrated. Her name, Emily. The past has a way of resurfacing when you're finally trying to move on. I stared at the screen. My chest tightened. Emily and I had ended things almost a year ago, messy, emotional, unfinished, the kind of relationship that burns fast and leaves scars. I answered. "Hey," I said cautiously. There was silence on the other end, long, heavy. Then she spoke, her voice trembling. "We need to talk." Those 4 words are never harmless. I leaned back on the couch, rubbing my forehead. "About what?" She inhaled sharply. "I'm pregnant." Time stopped. I didn't breathe, didn't blink, didn't speak. My mind raced, calculating dates, memories, nights I wished I could erase. One weekend, one mistake, one moment of weakness when loneliness had won. "Emily?" My voice cracked. "Are you sure?" "Yes," she said. "I'm almost 4 months." 4 months. My stomach dropped. She continued, words spilling out like she'd rehearsed them 1,000 times. "It's yours, and I need to know, will you take responsibility?" I stood up, pacing the room. Responsibility. The word felt heavier than guilt, heavier than fear, because responsibility meant everything: a child, a lifetime, a future rewritten without my consent, and Lena. The image of her smile flashed in my mind, the way she trusted me, the way she believed in the man I told her I was. I closed my eyes. I hesitated. My heart pounded. "Emily, I need to be honest with you." She went quiet. "I have a new girlfriend." The silence on the line turned icy. "You're joking," she whispered. "I'm not." Her breathing became uneven. "So what? You're just going to walk away?" "That's not what I said." "Then what are you saying?" I swallowed. "I don't know." That was the truth. And sometimes, the truth hurts more than lies. She laughed bitterly. "You don't get to not know. There's a baby involved." "A baby? My baby?" My phone buzzed again. "Lena, still awake? I miss you." My chest burned. I was standing between 2 worlds, one built on a mistake, and one built on hope. And I knew deep down that no matter what choice I made, someone would be destroyed. Emily spoke softly now. "I'm not asking you to love me. I'm asking you not to abandon your child." I looked at the dark window, my reflection staring back at me, a man who thought he had his life together. "I need time," I said quietly. "You don't have much," she replied. "Neither does the baby." The call ended. I stood there, alone with the weight of a future I never planned. And the worst part? I hadn't told Lena anything yet. I didn't sleep that night. I lay in bed staring at the ceiling, replaying Emily's words over and over again. "I'm pregnant. It's yours. Will you take responsibility?" Every time I closed my eyes, I saw a child with my eyes, my smile, my mistakes. Morning came too fast. My phone buzzed again. "Emily, can we meet today? I need to show you something." I already knew what it was, but knowing and seeing are 2 very different things. We met at a small cafe on the edge of town, the same one where we'd once laughed over bad coffee and future plans that never came true. She was already there. Emily looked different. Not glowing, not happy, tired. Dark circles under her eyes, her hands wrapped tightly around a mug she hadn't touched. When she looked up and saw me, her lips trembled. "Hi," she said softly. I sat down across from her. The air felt heavy, thick with things we hadn't said. Without a word, she reached into her bag and placed an envelope on the table. Inside were ultrasound images. My breath caught. She slid them toward me. "There," she said. That's our baby. I stared at the black and white image, a tiny shape, a heartbeat frozen in time. Something inside my chest cracked. You didn't tell me earlier because... I asked. She looked away. Because I was scared, she whispered. Scared you'd disappear. Scared you'd say exactly what you said last night. I rubbed my hands together, trying to ground myself. Emily, this changes everything. She laughed bitterly. It already has. For me. I looked at her. Why now? She met my eyes, tears filling hers. Because I can't do this alone. And because pretending you don't exist won't make this baby disappear. Silence fell between us. Then she said it. I kept the pregnancy test. I wanted you to see it yourself. She slid another photo across the table. 2 pink lines. Reality hit hard. This wasn't a story. This wasn't a mistake anymore. This was a life. Later that evening, I drove aimlessly through the city. I should have gone to Lena. I should have told her the truth. But fear held me hostage. When I finally parked outside her apartment, my hands shook on the steering wheel. If I tell her, I lose her. If I don't, I become a liar. I went up anyway. She opened the door, smiling. You look exhausted, she said, pulling me into a hug. Her warmth nearly broke me. We sat on the couch. She rested her head on my shoulder. Everything okay? She asked. I opened my mouth, closed it. Yeah, I lied. Just work stuff. She nodded, trusting me without question. That trust felt like poison. 2 days later, Emily called again. Her voice was calm, but dangerously calm. I had my doctor appointment, she said. And? I heard the heartbeat. My chest tightened. It's strong, she continued. Healthy. I said nothing. Then she added the sentence that changed everything. If you don't step up, I'll tell her. My heart stopped. Tell who? Your girlfriend, Emily said quietly. She deserves to know who she's really with. Anger flared. You don't get to threaten me. I'm not threatening, she replied. I'm protecting my child. I clenched my jaw. You're forcing my hand. No, she said. You forced it the night you chose not to use protection. The line went dead. That night, Lena invited me to dinner with her parents. A future, a clean future. As I stood in front of the mirror adjusting my jacket, I saw someone I didn't recognize, a man hiding from his own child. A knock came at the door. Lena smiled at me. Ready? I nodded. But deep down, I knew. The truth was about to explode, and when it did, there would be no safe place left to stand. Lena's parents lived in a quiet suburban neighborhood, the kind where lawns were trimmed, windows glowed warmly, and families felt complete. Everything I wasn't. As we drove, Lena talked about her childhood, about how her mom would ask too many questions, and her dad would judge silently. I nodded, smiled, pretended to listen, but my mind was elsewhere. Emily, the baby, the threat. When we arrived, her mother hugged me tightly. So nice to finally meet you, she said. Lena talks about you all the time. My stomach twisted. Dinner was polite, too polite. Her father asked about my job, my plans, where I saw myself in 5 years. 5 years, I could barely see 5 days ahead. And children? Her mother asked suddenly, smiling. Lena laughed nervously. Mom, I froze. Oh, not now, her mom added quickly. Just someday. I forced a smile. Yeah, someday. The lie tasted bitter.